All right. For those of you that don't know, this is one of the first groups that I've coached all the way. It might be the first group I've coached all the way through. So I started with these girls in 5th grade and ended with them in 8th grade. We've got, let's see, a new addition to the team this year was Addie, big addition to the team. Just a couple things about them. Not only were they fantastic basketball players, but they're also very virtuous and good people as well. A couple things I can just brag about them for a second, but they managed to get 2nd in the 8th grade tournament at Notre Dame and then 4th in the Catholic Schools tournament. The coach and I told them all season that there's not a single team that they can't beat. Because if you've seen them play their best game, they beat some teams. They beat some teams that finished in state the year before, and there's not a single team in any of the Catholic schools that they couldn't compete against when they were playing their best. What I love about coaching them is that they all work together as a team. They're very unselfish. Not a single one was thinking about themselves or how many points they scored. They really worried about the team, and they bought into that from day one. In 6th grade, we added the St. Ed's girls, Haley, Livy, and they were just a big boost for our team as well, and Piper as well, and then also came to St. Jude the following year. So Coach and I talked about this fire award, and I sincerely mean it could go to any one of these girls. If you look in the program, and those of you who did not get a chance to grab a program, there's still a whole bunch extra up there. I had all the coaches this year pick out a virtue that they thought their particular player exemplified. So if you look in that program, all those different 8th grade girls all had a lot of positive things they did this year, and those virtues are just a few. You know, I could have made a list of 10 virtues that represented each one of them. But this year's Fire Award, I felt, I felt there was one particular moment that kind of made it a deciding thing for me. It was in a game where we were actually down by about 20 points, which wasn't very often with this group of girls. We were down about 20 points, and this particular player dove for a loose ball. There was like 1 minute left in the game, down by 20, and she dove for a loose ball and saved it and took the ball in and scored a layup. It didn't matter what the score was on the board. You know, you say that as a coach, you say, don't pay attention to the score on the board, play hard this quarter. Well, this girl did it. It's one thing to say it, it's a whole other thing to do it. So this year's Fire Award goes to Caroline Copy. Another thing I just have to say, this co-op with St. Ed's has been so wonderful for these girls. A lot of friendships that are going to last on into high school, including a friendship of coaches. And I just wanted to thank Jim Fager for all his time, energy, and just being such a reliable, I don't even consider him an assistant coach, more of a co-coach than anything, and all his help to bring these girls and have them compete at such a high level. So I think Jim has a few words, but I did want to thank him too. So thank you, Jim. We'll move on to boys basketball side. I'd like to invite 5th grade boys.